As far as human beings making progress, I'm having a hard time seeing human beings making progress and actually evolving as a species. Last I checked, when it comes to human beings, people, if I should say, um, it has become very apparent that Albert Einstein's nightmare has actually come true. And this is the quote that he had stated exactly 61 years ago in 1950. If I'm wrong about that, please tell me the correct year. Albert Einstein actually said, I fear the day where technology surpasses human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. I think it's definitely safe to say, well, I mean, by 2010, that nightmare has come to fruition. So keep this in mind. He mentioned this 71 years ago, so please excuse my mistake that I've made. He said this 71 years ago, and by 2010, smartphones and all these high tech devices like iPads were already coming underway. I mean, the first iPhone was introduced around 2000, late 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. So you started to see technology progressing. But now technology has officially dominated human interaction and social interaction. I mean, you make eye contact with people, they're on the phone like this. You take them to a basketball game or a museum, or they're spending time with a group of friends, one of them is on their phone like this. You're watching TV with a family. You'll find a member of the family, instead of watching TV, they're on their phone, texting like this, or they're on social media, or they have their headphones in front of the TV. Here's what's also convincing me that humanity is failing as a species. Um, no one seems to know like right and wrong. Our ability to feel compassion has been long gone, actually, because it's all about every man for himself, and nobody likes the idea of helping others anymore. People just care about themselves too much, and that's not really the thing that stands out to me. The main thing that stands out to me is that we have 7.8 billion people in this planet. 7.8 billion people. And the Earth can, I'm pretty sure that the Earth can carry more than 7.8 billion, because I read somewhere that the carrying capacity for the Earth is 10 billion. And you mean to tell me that somehow humanity is progressing, is moving forward with 150 million orphans who don't have homes, don't have parents, and they are unwanted because nobody's willing to take them in and raise them as their own sons or their own daughters. So if you mean to tell me that humanity is progressing and moving forward, they're not. People don't make eye contact when they talk to each other. You make eye contact with one person, the other person is texting his phone. We have 7.8 billion people in this planet, and you know, and you mean to tell me that we're doing better because there are 150 million orphans? There are kids who don't have homes, no parents. So I don't see how this is really working out. I mean, I really, really don't. And quite frankly, the way I see it, there's no way you can actually convince me that humanity is actually doing better. It's not. Not to mention, propaganda is very, very strong, and I think is stronger than it was before. Actually, propaganda was stronger back then, but now people are more awake. But still, more people choose to be brainwashed, more so than awake and willing to question things. And even though more people are awake to the corruption of the reality and globalization, all that stuff, I think it's definitely safe to say that if people choose to be brainwashed and they don't want to hear facts from alternative media, and they just want to call you conspiracy theorists due to their naivete. And they choose to be complacent in their stupidity. Then I think it's definitely safe to say that humanity is not progressing. A lot of protests around the whole world, I mean, there are nothing but riots, burning buildings like last year and all that, and attacking police officers' cars and vandalism. These kind of protests, which have resulted into riots, they're happening in many other parts of the world. Many other parts of the world. So, you have to tell me, where is humanity progressing here? Because as far as I'm concerned, this COVID vaccine is not exactly a sign of humanity progressing. Technology is improving. What's it called? Humanity as a whole is not. We're actually devolving instead of evolving. Because we're actually told to express no emotion. We're told, to believe things without questioning them. And we're also encouraged to believe the lies, and we're also encouraged to buy into materialism with all these with the bombardment of advertisements that you see in billboards and magazines and TVs and internet. And this kind of advertising has gotten a lot more powerful. So once again, where's humanity progressing? And for the longest time, humanity has, and people in general, like all over the world, instead of, praising the hero, we praise the villain. I mean, we will attack somebody for committing a heinous crime, but if a celebrity does it, we just praise them more. And we just praise them because we see them as innocent people. We value celebrities more than the lives of millions of people who die every single day. Strangers known as fans, they grieve over a celebrity's death, and they don't know that celebrity personally. So it's a little weird how that's the case, and yet when it comes to people who die every single day, like these starving kids in Africa, nobody even cries, nobody even feels anything. They're like, okay, whatever. But if a celebrity dies, millions of people cry. Whether they shed tears and they just express their condolences on social media, or they might end up like writing them obituaries, which I don't think people really do anymore. But still, humanity is refusing to evolve, and they choose to be complacent in their zombie-like state. Technology is getting too powerful, and with 150 million orphans, I really don't see how humanity is getting better. I mean, the Earth is not becoming a better place for human beings to inhabit because we're making it worse. And I wish I could make it better somehow, but I don't know what I can do. All I can do is be the best that I can be, and that's it. So anyway, take care of yourselves and each other, and make a difference in the earth any way you can. Take care.